In one word, the Shanghai World Expo is going to be huge. They're expecting at least 70 million people, perhaps as many as 100 million over the next 6 months, mostly, I might add, from mainland China. It's also going to be the world's largest World Expo in terms of plot size, stretching on both sides of the Huangpu River, Puxi over there, Pudong here in Shanghai. And they're also referring to it as the United Nations of Shanghai. Nearly every country in the world will have a pavilion here. Let's go take a sneak peek. The lasting impact of the World Expo goes beyond just the towering China pavilion seen behind me, which will remain after the expo wraps up in 6 months' time. The city spent in excess of $40 billion on related infrastructure. Expo organizers say that this is not supposed to be a trade fair, but obviously key trading partners like Brazil and Australia didn't get the memo. Check out the Australian pavilion. That's the color of Western Australian iron ore.
This place will be used for roundtables, investment seminars every day. Every single day we will be working here with businesses.
And kudos to the United States for having the only privately funded pavilion here at the Shanghai World Expo. But come on, it looks like an IRS office. At first glance, perhaps the biggest head-scratcher is the Spanish pavilion. But in fact, these are 8,000 traditional Spanish wicker mats all weaved together. They were made, in fact, in Shandong province. And in a land of nearly 1 billion smokers, a sign like this needs no explanation. What's inside, though, I needed an expert's explanation. Isabel, you're a filmmaker. You're in charge of this section of the Spanish pavilion. What was your thinking in designing it?
This is a pavilion for Chinese people. They really have this obsession, this adoration with kids. We're trying to say, okay, it's really amazing, loving babies, but if we really mean that adoration about babies, we have to be really serious about what kind of future we're building for them, what kind of buildings we want them to live. And you have seen it in Shanghai. People are destroying, I think, for me, the most interesting parts of the city in order to build just these inhuman buildings.
And sustainability is a prevailing theme at many of these pavilions, including the Swiss one seen behind me. That red curtain is actually made of a biodegradable soybean extract. And this is where the expo has actually received some of the harshest criticism from environmentalists. In just 6 months' time, most of these pavilions will be torn down. The site will be redeveloped into a commercial and residential project. Stephen Engle, Bloomberg News, Shanghai.